hello and a very warm welcome back to Garden Club. Here we are in the second week in November, and it is, as always, wonderful to be with you and share a little bit of the joy of the garden and the countryside with you. Well, here I am on our new flower farm. We have all sorts of things going on here. There's an awful lot of work to do to create it just from a field into a growing area. If I can just move the camera a little bit, you can see we have got piles and piles, and I mean huge piles of wood chips, which will be making the paths in the farm. And over here you've got piles of horse manure and chicken manure. And if I come around this way a little bit, you can see, and this is exciting, all sorts of amazing things that we've got to plant together at Garden Club over the next number of weeks. So that's something to look forward to there. So I'm sorry to be swinging the camera around like that, but I thought you might like to have a look at that. Well, what are we going to do today? We have two lovely things to plant. First of all, we're going to plant some beautiful white Sweet Williams. Earlier on we planted some beautiful auricular-eyed Sweet Williams, and then a lovely big flowered single Sweet William. Really lovely flowers those are. They'll both be beautiful, and they're the lovely traditional Sweet William colours. This one is pure white. It's very beautiful. I'll put a picture up so you can see it, because they each have a little sort of dark blue-grey dot in the middle, which makes them look rather beguiling. And then we're going to plant our second crop of crocuses. Crocus Ruby Giant, which again will be beautiful. These are purple crocus, and they'll complement the yellow ones that we planted a bit earlier on. So without further ado, let's get on. Let's do some planting. Well now, time to plant your next crop of Sweet Williams. We've planted some beautiful single Sweet Williams and some lovely auricular-eyed Sweet Williams, beautiful shades of pink and red and white all mixed up together and gorgeous. Today we're going to plant some white Sweet Williams, Sweet William Alba, and you know, they're a lovely complement to so many other lovely things that flower in the spring. A few white flowers are very beautiful. We grow them as well as cut flowers because you know, white flowers in sort of Maytime are really useful for certain things. So let's get on and plant some of those now. I've got a nice pot ready here, just like the ones you'll be planting, and we're going to plant these in threes because they're really vigorous plants in these pots, so they'll be good in there. That's one. These are really strong plants. We sowed the seeds back at the end of June, beginning of July, when it was in fact really hot. And here we are planting them out now in November, when it's not so hot. But today the sun is shining, so there's nothing to complain about there. When you work with plants, and you work outdoors, there's very little to complain about. Joyful. There we are. There's the white Sweet Williams planted. Let's see what's next. So now it's time to plant our second crop of crocuses. These are a lovely crocus called Ruby Giant, which always makes me smile because they're not ruby coloured at all. They're sort of crocus coloured, and by comparison with the other crocuses, they're really tiny little corms. Look, got it between my thumb and my finger, really small. Smaller almost than the snowdrops we plant. However, that's what they're called and that's what they look like. They're a lovely crocus. Again, I'll put the picture up at the end so you can see. And we're putting 5 of these in. They don't need to go in very deep. Only about, well, 2 centimetres deep is what they say. So it's just really under the surface, because it tends to stop them flowering if you plant them too deep. So it's a little bit under there, like that, these ones. They're sprouting already. Can you see the little shoot coming on that one? I think you can in the camera. There you are, just a little shoot coming just there. In it goes. So we're putting 5 of these in just under the surface, and then we'll put a few little wood chips on the top, and they'll be grand. There we are. Here's the wood chips. Just a few of those, just to make it look neat and tidy. There we are. And we add our label, so we know what they are. Lovely. Crocus Ruby Giant. They will be super sort of mid-February. We'll have enjoyed the snowdrops and enjoyed the baby irises before these come into bloom, but they'll be just lovely. They'll still be flowering probably when the very first of the daffodils come out. So that's a really, really lovely time. There we are. There's the crocuses. Well, now we've done the planting, I'm just having a little wander around at the new flower farm, having a look to see what I can see. I see here we are, look, we've got molehills. That's going to be interesting when we come to do some planting. Our little black velvet friends. And you have more toadstools growing, look at that. I always think it's a sign of good fertile soil when you get some toadstools popping through. Oh yes, look at the pansies coming on. They're rather pretty, aren't they? They're going to be lovely. These are the same as some that I have brought out to you already. These are ones we've planted earlier. Very lovely. Oh, spring is going to be lovely. Winter is going to be lovely as well. So colourful. I was working here at twilight the other day, and the fox popped out from somewhere and had a little wander around. When I was a youngster, you know, foxes were always, you know, quite unusual to see, and certainly very wary of us. Nowadays they're far more blasé when they come to see us. So it just wandered past me. Well, it is a joy, as always, to share something of the garden with you, and I'm already looking forward till next week. So until then, do take care, and bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.